Hello everyone, I am Julian Morris with the Channel 5 News. In the headlines, Prime Minister Skerrit says the new Dominica-China Friendship Hospital will serve the region as Phase 1 is commissioned. The Nature Island boys go down to Suriname in their first match of the 2019 CONCACAF Nations League. And the death toll in the Bahamas now at 30 and expected to climb further. The details coming up.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD, all for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Here are some tips to reduce mosquito presence in and around your home. Keep water storage containers properly covered. Remove containers that can collect water from your surroundings. Keep garbage bins tightly covered. Pick up your litter and remove all tires from your yard. Keep gutters free of leaves and twigs to prevent stagnant water. Prevent Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Fight the bite. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
This message is supported by Flow.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
The commissioning of the first phase of the Dominica-China Friendship Hospital took place Friday afternoon. Prime Minister Skerrit has said that the opening of Phase 1 of the hospital represents a new level in the delivery of healthcare services on the island. Mr. Skerrit says the project contributes to building resilience in the country's health infrastructure.
There are many citizens in this country who do not have the means of accessing medical care overseas. And with this facility, you will have the ability to access it right here in Dominica. No longer shall you have to take the ferry or to travel on Liat to go out of our country to have an MRI done anymore. They will be coming to us because we have the HIFU machine that no one else in the Eastern Caribbean has at the disposal, my dear brothers and sisters. So we'll be welcoming our brothers and sisters from the Caribbean. This quality of healthcare, ladies and gentlemen, is a first for Dominica and is testament to how our health sector is being radically improved under this Dominica Labour Party administration. The new Accident and Emergency Building is a state-of-the-art facility in which there is 1 operating theater, 14 observation beds, 4 doctors' clinics, 2 isolation rooms, and a crash resuscitation room, among many other modern amenities and services. Right beside it is an ultra-modern 3-floor medical technology wing that will be home to the imaging department on the first floor, with a new blood bank and a fully equipped lab facility on the second floor. On the first floor, Dominicans will gain access to the largest dialysis unit this country has ever had, as well as a new diagnostic department and ambulatory daycare unit.
We are here to witness the handing over of Phase 1 of the project, which included the construction of the Accident and Emergency Building and Medical Technology Building number 1. A project we have seen progress from the conception stage well over 5 years ago to the August 2015 groundbreaking ceremony right here in Linda Park. And today, the official opening of our very own Dominica China Friendship Hospital Phase 1. Fully, and I repeat, fully financed by the government and people of the People's Republic of China. And ladies and gentlemen, friends all, this is indeed a shining example of our vision, our quest, and our efforts to bring to you a modern healthcare facility. And it is with great pleasure that I present it to you today.
Today is an unusual day for all Dominican people. Today is a special day of the monumental to the Dominican medical history. General Manager Tan and his company, I should say. Mr. Tan is a great general manager. Hunan Company is a great company. I know in this project, they don't earn any money. They lose money. They lose a lot of money. However, I perceive they will continue to finish this project. The quality is high standard. It's all the steel and the concrete. Even the minor and the medium earthquake, I think it's no problem, it can stand. If the major earthquake, I think it will not collapse. The second is hurricane-proof. Initially, during the initial design, it's not hurricane-proof. But 2 years ago, after the hit by the Hurricane Maria, both Chinese and the Dominican government decided to build a hurricane-proof hospital. The Chinese government is actively supportive to the call of Prime Minister Dr. Skerritt to build a climate-resilient nation. So we changed the design and we changed all the roof into the concrete roof in the hospitals and changed all the windows and the doors will be hurricane-proof.
In some sports news, after a closely contested first half, the Nature Island boys went down to the Suriname football team in its first match of the 2019 CONCACAF Nations League on Thursday. Dominicans turned out in their numbers to support the local team. However, they had to leave the Windsor Park Stadium disappointed in the final performance. Public Relations Officer of the Dominica Football Association, Gerald George, filed this report.
Dominica went down by 2-1 against Suriname at the Windsor Park Stadium on Thursday in their first match of the 2019 CONCACAF Nation League. Suriname opened the scoring in the 7th minute of play, with Anthony Frederick equalizing for Dominica in the 22nd minute to send the scores level at the interval. Suriname got that all-important goal in the 89th minute to secure a 2-1 win. Dominica will play their second match on Sunday against St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This is Gerald George, PRO, Dominica Football Association.
Minister for Climate Resilience Joseph Isaac has warned Dominicans not to let their guard down against the potential impact of climate change. Here is Andrea Louis with a report.
Mr. Isaac brought to the fore the most recent incident of Hurricane Dorian and its devastation to the Upper Coast Islands of the Bahamas. He says hurricanes such as this and Hurricane Maria have far-reaching multiple effects on island states.
The impact of climate change is all around us to see. None of us can doubt it, especially we live in an island state. The damage to the various sectors in our countries around the region is approaching the billions. The death toll is just from the natural disasters alone is staggering. not to mention the long-term effect on families in regards to psychosocial challenges and the issue of stability of the human being.
Isaac says these severe weather events are proof that we as a nation cannot let our guards down when it comes to mitigating against the effects of climate change.
Events like Dorian, Maria, Tropical Storm Erika underscore why we cannot let our guard down and must take the necessary actions to protect lives and to enable us to bounce back from the destructive forces of extreme weather conditions and events. We cannot afford to delay or linger or complain. We must look forward. Hence the reason that is why the government of Dominica have decided to make a significant investment in building resilience here in Dominica.
Government is leading the charge in ensuring the country and its citizens are guided on how to improve its climate resilient action.
The government of Dominica's vision is guided by the National Resilience Development Strategy, which outlines Dominica's priorities by the year 2030. This policy document is shaped by Sustainable Development Goals, the vision of building the first climate resilient country in the world, and a people-centered development approach. We are keeping in mind the needs of our people.
And still on the environment, the 15th annual World Rivers Day will be observed in 3 weeks' time, but one conservationist here is concerned about the protection of Dominica's rivers. The idea behind World Rivers Day, designated by the UN in 2005, is to educate and empower the people in the preservation of rivers.
You may be aware that the forestry there's a program for reforestation and beautification of the island. And we are talking about planting 1 million trees. So yes, we have been involved in this tree planting. A few weeks ago we were at Rosalie, where we had Boy Scouts, Girl Guides and Boy Scouts from Mahu, where we did some planting along the Rosalie River. And yesterday, again, the forestry were along the Indian River. Okay, there are plans to do some planting along the Kulibistri River to the intake as well.
These activities are all part of the lead-up to World Rivers Day.
In fact, I'm happy that we are here this morning along the Antrim River. You may be aware this is the only river in the island that is protected by the Constitution of Dominica. In fact, the water intake of the Wasco, in that area, you can say, the laws will pass to protect that area. Unfortunately, I believe they are moving from that site, moving up a bit higher. So when they move, you can say their intake will no longer be protected by the Constitution of Dominica. And we have an issue with that. The environmentalists there, river advocates are here, and we are concerned about that.
Father Coffey says he does not wish to see Dominica go the way of Trinidad, where 68% of the water there is polluted.
We spoke about this year focusing on the VU, which is the life in the river. Where can you find VU in the river today? Where can we find a crayfish? So the fact that the river life in the river is not as it used to, I think that answers your question. Is there a threat, or what happened to the crayfish that we used to get, or the VU?
World Rivers Day will be observed on the last Sunday in September. This year's theme is the waterways in our community. You are watching Channel 5 News. We'll have more after this.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
L'année sim tout partout. Attention si vous êtes homme et bien femme. Visitez place santé pour examiner corps. Ça c'est un nick pour yo ouais si l'année pièce moun au lion qui ni maladie TB et bien maladie sexuelle. En compagnie moun qui ni maladie HIV pe ni TB aussi. Savent qui l'année guérison pour TB. Ou ça vivre en bonne santé même si ou ni maladie HIV. Parlez by docteur. Prends responsabilité. Aidez du bout de si maladie TB et HIV. Ou agir tout le monde pour examiner corps yo.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Dominicans told that technical education is the key to the country's future. We go again to Andrea Louis for more.
The remark by President of the Dominica State College, Dr. Donald Peters, during a TVET certificate ceremony on Thursday. The Dominica Climate Resilience and Restoration Project is funded by the Canadian government in collaboration with the Caribbean Development Bank and the government of Dominica to the tune of $20 million. The capacity building aspect of this project saw 43 people being recognized for best practices in construction and 141 individuals being recognized for TVET skills training. The Dominica State College worked together with the Ministry of Education to put this skills training project together.
The interesting thing that I've noticed across the globe is that every country in the world recognizes that the most important thing to develop a country is technical skills, except Dominica. Everybody wants to be lawyer and doctor, but nobody wants to be a mason, nobody wants to be carpenter, nobody wants to be plumber. But when hurricane comes, guess who's here? St. Lucians, Jamaicans, Trinidadians, Haitians, and yet we're saluting them every day. We need to understand that you have a whole college that can take 3,000 people, and 99% of them doing English, biology, and business. So this is just an appeal to you as parents and the nation to encourage students and adults to engage in technical education, what is called in the modern world career technical education. It's called CTE. Technical education, ladies and gentlemen, is the future of our country.
First Secretary of the High Commissioner of Canada says another aspect of this project was to promote gender equality in non-traditional roles.
Gender sensitization is also being provided to contractors and suppliers to ensure equitable access to project-related opportunities. On this, the skills area covered by the components are carpentry, electricity, plumbing, and masonry. In these different areas, 141 participants, 47% of which are women. The target was 135 and 40% of women. We've exceeded the target.
Minister for Education Peter Seja says government is committed to finding ways to help improve the lives of Dominican citizens.
The government of Dominica continues to devise ways to provide our citizenry with the means to improve their lives. We are focusing heavily on skills training, both at the secondary and tertiary levels. And by now, you would have heard of government's plans to create satellite campuses at various secondary schools with a particular focus on skills development.
Over to the Bahamas now, where the death toll from Hurricane Dorian now stands at 30, but it is expected to rise in the coming days. Prime Minister Hubert Minnis to meet with Cabinet to discuss a possible evacuation plan for those residents of Abaco and Grand Bahama who want to leave following the devastation caused by Hurricane Dorian. Minnis met yesterday with CARICOM officials including CARICOM Chairman and St. Lucia Prime Minister Alan Chasney, Barbados Prime Minister Mia Motley and CARICOM Secretary General Owen LaRocque. Minnis said he would discuss with the CARICOM Chairman the value of relocation versus bringing in the necessary accommodation. There are security concerns because of looting and the loss of electricity. Caribbean leaders have pledged support and security forces to assist the Bahamas. Thousands of people on Abaco are seeking shelter in government clinics, offices, cars, and the ruins of their homes. Meantime, Barbados Prime Minister Mia Motley is calling on Barbadians to donate generously to hurricane-ravaged islands in the Bahamas. Motley said, however difficult the circumstances in Barbados, the situation is that they are blessed and they are able. She says even if the country is in an IMF program, they have the ability to cut and contrive and share. Speaking of the Bahamas, she said in less than 24 hours, people have lost life, security, stability, hope, property, and the ability to function. A telethon is being planned for Sunday.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Here are some tips to reduce mosquito presence in and around your home. Keep water storage containers properly covered. Remove containers that can collect water from your surroundings. Keep garbage bins tightly covered. Pick up your litter and remove all tires from your yard. Keep gutters free of leaves and twigs to prevent stagnant water. Prevent Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Fight the bite. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
This message is supported by Flow.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
To end the news, a look again at the headlines. Prime Minister Skerrit says the new Dominica-China Friendship Hospital will serve the region as Phase 1 was commissioned Friday afternoon. The Nature Island boys go down to the Suriname team in their first match of the 2019 CONCACAF Nations League, and the death toll in the Bahamas now at 30 and expected to climb further. Feel free to contact us at news@marpin2k4.com. You may access our past newscasts on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the production team, I am Julian Morris. Thank you for watching. Have a good weekend.